When the market looked like it was bouncing back up and recovering again, it looks like Bitcoin's about to sink below 99K again and put us back into a panic. The fear and greed index almost dropped to extreme fear. It probably is at this point for investors because we saw a ton of liquidation take place over the past week. And we're talking about this on Discord. And by the way, you have to be part of a group if this is your first time around or if this is becoming too much for you to handle, because a lot of people are leaving the market and they're panicked. It's much better to be in a support group than try to weather it by yourself. So just keep that in mind. My Discord is beyond just trade alerts and, Q&A live streams. It's also a support group. And if you're interested, I recommend joining. Link will be in the description and also pinned comment down below. With that being said, China retaliated against Trump trying to get tariffs everywhere and said they're going to have their own tariffs. We're going to read the article on that today. Tariffs are very bearish to the economy, and when people get bearish, they typically pull their assets from risk on assets and they put their money back into risk off assets, which is why you saw a big drop not just in Bitcoin but in altcoins specifically. A lot of people have the fears that if this doesn't get resolved quickly, that we're going to be in a recession. And some people even think it's going to be a bear market again, which I don't think that's the case. I think it's a bear trap, but we'll see what happens, right? And it's funny enough, we're talking about this too on Discord. On X yesterday, Trump's son Eric said now's a good time to buy Ethereum. And that happened like an hour before China unleashed their tariffs on the US. So I just found that kind of ironic. But you can decide for yourself what you believe. Let's now get into the news out there. It's actually happening live as we speak. So yeah, we heard about this yesterday before it even got published in the news. I think it was Bricks Nation. Shout out to the Discord member who actually shared it. Live updates. China swiftly responds to Trump's tariffs with a range of measures. Beijing hit back with its own tariffs and export restrictions after being subjected to levies by President Trump. Trade experts said China appeared to aim for minimal short-term harm while showing the range of its possible responses. Yeah, as you can tell, this is definitely not good. Some people are saying that Trump is bullying countries, which I guess this is just how he is. And China, they don't like us, so it's natural for them to want to fight back this way. Politics aside. Moments after Trump's 10% tariff on all Chinese products took effect just after midnight, Beijing struck back with tariffs on U.S. coal, gas, and other goods, restrictions on exports of some minerals, and an anti-monopoly investigation to Google. And as you guys can tell, China is one of our biggest providers, especially for our imports here in the U.S. And the question is, though, how long is this going to last for? Are they going to back off if Trump backs off? Is Trump going to back off, or is Trump going to make it worse? And say something, who knows? A lot can happen, right? That's why I'm just speculating on what you should do in response to this, which we'll get into a little bit later. But let's keep reading. Some trade experts suggested that China's response to the tariffs, which Mr. Trump has called an opening salvo, was calibrated to do little short-term damage while underscoring the full range of actions it could take should the trade dispute intensify, which obviously us as investors don't want to see happen, but it's something that's out of our control, right? China's tariffs will not take effect until February 10th, according to the Chinese government, meaning there is still some time before the countermeasures fully take effect. So I do expect we're going to see some volatility until February 10th, and then it looks like heading into tax season, I don't know, it's probably going to be a dump. I mean, depends how Trump responds, right? That's the wild card. We don't know what Trump is going to say. We don't know how he's going to react to this. He's not one to really back off, especially when someone like this is doing this. Caroline, the White House press secretary, said Tuesday morning that a call between Trump and China was being scheduled and would happen very soon. That's good. Hopefully it ends up being a good talk like he had with the Mexican president. And by the way, I'm not trying to make this a political channel, political video, guys. I'm just relating it back to crypto. As investors, it directly ties to investments. If something goes bad out there in the news, it affects crypto negatively. If something good comes out, say legislation, it's obviously very bullish for crypto, right? So if it keeps scrolling down, China retaliated against tariffs from the U.S. on Tuesday with a series of measures that took aim at American companies. Obviously, Google's a very big one, so if they attack Google, it's pretty bad too. Along with imposing tariffs and import restrictions, the country said it had launched an antitrust investigation into Google. The announcement of the investigation was vague, just one line on a Chinese agency website, but it thrust Google, whose search engines are unavailable in China, into the middle of a geopolitical dispute and added to the country's long list of regulatory headaches. Okay. While it's still unclear how China's anti-monopoly investigation will develop, it could affect Google's dealings with Chinese companies. Okay. What did China announce? China's antitrust authority, the State Administration for the Market Regulation, said it planned to investigate Google. The authority accused Google of violating an anti-monopoly law without providing any additional details. The same body has investigated NVIDIA, the American chip making giant, and antitrust grounds since December, and NVIDIA has been friggin' taking a beating lately. Isn't Google banned in China? Google core products are unavailable in China because of the country's censorship restrictions. Wow, they don't have access to Google. That's crazy. The company's search engine, video platform, YouTube, and Play Store are all unavailable in the country. Damn. Google says it maintains a limited presence in China, and most of its activity focuses on helping Chinese companies connect. Okay. This includes Android. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty bad. I mean, what do you guys think about this article? Do you think it's going to be negotiations in place? Do you think February 10th, after that period, it's going to be very bearish, or do you think we're going to see a turnaround? I mean, February 10th, we're only, 6 days away, so less than a week away. A lot can happen. We're seeing some volatility now. I mean, man, if it gets bad, Bitcoin's going to be below 90K very soon. So not to be like that kind of person, but I'm just being brutally honest. Like, we're going to see what happens, right? There's nothing we can do. That's my tip of the day, too, for you guys is, if it really bothers you, just close the apps if you don't have any money to buy, and just try to refrain from trying to swing trade. That was the advice I gave my Discord members yesterday. I said, be very careful. Someone out there is trying to swing trade, and he's going to end up probably either getting taxed if it wins, and which is a heavy tax bill, especially when it adds up over the year, or if he misses out and it doesn't go back to it where he wants to enter or exit, he's going to lose his funds or lose his positions, right? So it happens pretty often. People try to swing trade on news like this. It's very risky. I don't recommend it. And again, it definitely helps even if you're experienced, right? Because we're seeing experienced investors get shaken out. We're seeing experienced YouTubers get shaken out. So you definitely want to surround yourself around like-minded people who can help you through this, and also have some outlets to distract yourself from crypto, whether it's a hobby, family, sporting events. I'm watching basketball. I just saw Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. In other words, I'm just keeping busy, right? So I suggest you do the same. If you see your portfolios going down and you can't make moves to like lower your averages, in the place, then just for the time being, just don't be staring at the apps all day. That's all I'm going to say. Let's now get into crypto bubbles, and let's see what's going on out there, and then we'll pull up some metrics, and we'll see what is going on out there in the market. So we're seeing some random new coins come out, it looks like. I mean, obviously during this time of red, you see a lot of microcaps, meme coins rather. They tend to start rising because people try to swing trade during downtimes in the market. So if their portfolio is bleeding, they'll temporarily go into meme coins, try to flip them, and then sell them into their utility bags, thinking they have time. And then what you often see when the market recovers, those same memes don't recover because they're swing trading back into their utility plays. So keep that in mind too if you're looking to swap right now into like a meme coin. Just be very careful, it's risky. I also got asked too on Discord, John, do you think these memes will recover? Yes, especially the Ethereum memes. Right now it's because Ethereum is getting a lot of FUD, and because Trump and Melania launched on Solana, a lot of Solana memes got a hype for it, and a lot of Ethereum memes got put in the back burner for it. So once Ethereum recovers, you're going to see a lot of the memes recover on Ethereum too, as well as utility coins too. A lot of utility coins are down on Ethereum because Ethereum is the leader, the ecosystem of these coins, of these tokens rather. So keep that in mind, right? It's like Solana. If Solana goes to zero, what else is going to be bad? Hopefully Solana tokens, because they need Solana to thrive. So, you just got to keep that in mind. Ethereum and Solana, Ethereum's going to have its day. It's just a matter of when. I mean, we saw Trump buying it. We saw Eric Trump literally said buy Ethereum, like he's telling his audience to buy Ethereum. So clearly they're bullish on Ethereum. But I imagine a lot of people don't really take their word for it because they're kind of pissed off by the Trump Melania craziness, which, hey, I totally understand it, right? Let's keep going. All right, so you see the majority is red as usual during times like these. A lot of red here. I imagine as we get closer to the top 100, it's going to be even more red. Yeah, we're pretty much just seeing a few meme coins here and there that are up. That's it for the most part. Yeah. A couple utility coins here and there. Okay, not bad. Check out top 100 now. Yeah, not much green really at all. I did see potential Tau, by the way, is going to get on Coinbase. So I do expect a pump for Tau. And that's going to be awesome. That's definitely a blue chip and one of our hedges and one of our best AI plays for our portfolios. So definitely looking forward to that. Now let's get into coin market cap. And I'm just curious, how do you feel about the rest of the month of February? Do you think it's going to be bearish or bullish? Drop a comment down below. I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Let's get into coin market cap now. So fear and greed went up a little bit. We're still somewhat in the neutral, very close to fear. Market cap is 3.26 trillion. Bitcoin dominance has soared to over 60%. That's insane. Let's see what's trending real quick. Okay, yeah, not really what I expected, but you know, during this time makes sense. All right, let's get a closer look now at this. So fear yesterday was 39, today 45, a little less than a half a tank of gas. We're pretty close to fear though. If you go to Bitcoin dominance, this one's going to be drastically up. Yeah, last week we're up 2%, and yesterday we're up 0.5%, which is a pretty big deal, guys. I mean, Ethereum is very close to falling below its 10% level, which would be pretty bad for Ethereum in the short term. Let's check out Altcoin Season Index, definitely back. I'm surprised it's not yet in the 30s. It should be, but you know, 42 out of 100, you know, definitely makes some sense. Let's pull up a chart now of Bitcoin and some coins, and let's see what's going on. A closer look. So yeah, as I was saying, I mean, as we just spoke, it literally just went down from 99K to 98K, so 98.5. It's fallen pretty damn fast now. We're probably going to see a dip below 95K, and it might even dip below 90K. If it dips below 90K, you're going to see a huge sell-off for all coins. I'm just telling you guys now. So be prepared to weather the storm. Again, this is why I stress the importance of a Discord group, a small investment to really help you both mentally and with your portfolio, right? The ones who are selling right now are going to regret it heavily, okay? And if you're trying to swing trade, 95% chance you're going to fail, and if you succeed, you're going to get a huge tax bill at the end of it. You know, unless you're trading 6-7 figures, which that's very risky, it's not worth it, right? Say you swing trade, you make 100K profit, congrats, you're giving 50K now to the IRS, you know, to Uncle Sam when it comes to tax season next year. Is it worth it? Maybe you say yes, maybe you say no. For me, it's not worth it. So you do what you want, obviously. I'm just saying, guys, be very careful. Everyone thinks they're a genius during this time. You got to explore every option you have. Ethereum's 2,700 on the crash in the past week. It did dip to 24. Yeah, so right there, man. I mean, it's honestly a great time to accumulate Ethereum, especially if it dips below 2,500 again. I may even buy some. We'll see. The sentiment went up a little bit, surprisingly, I guess because of the Trump's buying it and World Liberty Financial Group buying it. But yeah, in the past year, it doesn't look good, but I still am very bullish on Ethereum. Nothing has changed on my part. Let's pull up XRP, which XRP, I believe, almost went down below $2 on the crash. Let's see. Yeah, it came very close. 201. Wow. And then it recovered pretty nicely. Let's check out Solana now. How far did Solana get in the crash? 183. Geez, it recovered, pretty decent. Not bad. So as you can tell, the market is very shaky. What I would do during this time is just use caution, right? Don't make any risky moves right now. That's what I will say to you. If you're going to dollar cost average down, that's one thing. Just be very careful making bold moves. I would not chance it. Anything can happen. We can find out in 10 minutes that Trump negotiated with China successfully. Market rebounds. We can find out in the same 10 minutes that the conversation went sideways and, tariffs are going up again and that the market's going to tank. So just be very careful. Right now, the best course of action, in my opinion, is no action unless you have the funds to take action. Anyways, I hope this video helped you. If it did in any way, please leave a like. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.